Oh, hello there. I was just wondering, could I ask you a question for a survey? Of course you can. Go ahead. Excellent. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Um. Okay. I don't know why the guitar made a drum sound or drum made. Oh, did that? Who cares? Let's start this again. I've been reading in Writing Magazine a report from a survey that was conducted in November asking a group of 2,000 men of 30-year-old and under about books and their general reading habits. But it also asked whether they knew who Charles Dickens was, who Charles Darwin was, who wrote Animal Farm, things like that. And the survey results are quite interesting, partly because they are completely stupid, and partly because it appears that the survey people haven't really realised that asking a lot of people on the internet for opinions and the results isn't going to get you a good answer. The survey suggests that 1 in 5 men in Britain believe that George Orwell's Animal Farm is a blue movie. What it actually means is that, according to this survey, a lot of people are confusing the book Animal Farm, which all of them will have had to have studied at school, I'd like to add, because people of 30 years and under were people from my generation. So we all had to study this at school. We all know the answer. But the survey is suggesting that what these people have actually done is completely forgotten what they did at school, that thing that they had to go through for months on end. I've decided to confuse it with the porn film that they found once the internet arrived. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong here, but what I'm thinking is a lot of people have been bored when they put the survey in, and I've decided actually let's have a bit of fun, because this is how I see surveys. Basically, a lot of people are going to go, I could give a real answer, or I could have a bit of fun, I can troll, or in certain circumstances, I'm a bit embarrassed, so I'm going to guess, because I don't actually know the answer. But let's face it, these answers are stupid. According to this survey, 25% of people in Britain think Sherlock Holmes is real. The only part of this that I can actually understand and possibly get behind is the idea that some people take about 12 months, in fact an entire year, to read a paperback book. Well, some of these books are quite thick, so I can imagine that some of them you might take a bit of time over. Personally, I like to get through about a book a week, perhaps a book every 10 days, depending on my workload. But I know that I'm not a standard person. I do read a lot. I'm a voracious reader because I'm a writer as well, and you've got to be able to get through a lot of books to get ideas and see how other people are doing it if you're going to improve your art. So that's why I read a lot. But a lot of other people, they have a lot of other things to do. Their lifestyles are different. Sometimes people don't have a long train journey or a long bus ride where they can sit and read a book on a morning or an afternoon when they're going to and from work. Some people don't have a lot of time. So I can imagine that that's right. But 25% of people thinking that Sherlock Holmes is real? No, that's 25% of people who filled in your survey who are having a laugh. At your expense, I might add, because you then report this as if it's true. According to a spokesperson from this love reading website, this represents a worrying trend among modern men. No, it's a normal trend among modern men. It's the same thing that suggests that all those 16-year-olds, when they're surveyed, are having copious amounts of sex. No, they're not. They're too embarrassed to tell a survey person in front of all their friends that actually they're not getting any. So they make it up. Say, oh yeah, I've had hundreds. Of course they haven't. They're 16. So survey people out there, please, please take all these answers with a pinch of salt and stop trying to report it as if it's actual news. This has been a public service announcement from the Society of Stating the Obvious. Thanks for listening.